Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we will discuss what? Today we will discuss about the multiplication of integers using number line. Okay, how we can multiply to integers using number line. So what are the rules? First we will look for what are the rules to multiply two integers using number line. So what is the first rule? Plus means go right side on the number line. That means direction will be what? This direction. That means if this is the number line, then plus means we have to go which side? This side. Okay. And second rule is what? Minus means go left side on the number line. That means wherever you will have minus, that means you have to go which side? This side. And direction I have given here. Okay. And for multiplication, we have to start with 0 only. Okay. That means for multiplication, we have to start with only 0. Means only this position you have to start. As we have done for addition and subtraction for the integers using number line, same rules we are having here also. Okay. But we are having here what? Multiplication. So first of all, you will pause the video to note it down all the things, then we will start it. So students, we have taken an example here, 2 multiply 3. We have to multiply it using number line. So 2 multiply 3, that means this thing we can write it as 2 times 3. Okay, 2 times 3. Okay, and we can write it as 3 times 2. That means this thing we can write it as 2 times 3. Okay, and also we can write it as 3 times 2. Okay, both are correct. Okay, so first of all, I'm suppose doing this thing. That means 2 times 3. Okay, how to do it? 2 times 3 on the number line. So first of all, draw the number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and arrow 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6 arrow. And this arrow notation is must. This arrow notation means what? This arrow notation means this number line is continuing. It is not having ending point. And here also arrow sign compulsory. What? Why? Because in this side also the number line is continuing. Okay, now we have to represent it what? 2 times 3. That means what? 3 steps. That means what? 2 times 3 means what? 3 steps we have to take. How many times? 2 times. Okay, 3 steps we have to take. How many times? 2 times. Okay, so we have to start with what? We have to start with only 0. So we will start with 0 and we have to take 3 steps 2 times. So first of all, from here count 3 steps. From here, if you will start, then 1, 2, 3. Here, okay. So first, that means we have to take 2 times. So 3 steps we have to take. We have taken here 1 time and 2 times we have to take. So again we have to take 3 steps. So from here 1, 2, 3. So again we have to take 3 steps. Okay, what we have done here? From 0 we have started and 3 steps we have to take 2 times. So from 0 we will start. So from 0 3 steps to count it. First step, second step and third step. Okay, so 3 steps. Now 1 time we have covered and we have to cover how many times? 2 times. So again from here we will cover 3 steps. So from here 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. That means what it is? 6. That means from here again we have to go to 6. That means what? We have covered the first time and second time. That means 2 times. 2 times we have covered how many steps? 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 and also 1, 2, 3. Is that clear? So this is now after having 2 times 3 steps we have reached where? 6. So that means 2 times 3 is equals to what? 6. Okay, this is the representation of 2 times 3. Now we are representing what? 3 times 2. 3 times 2. So draw the number line first. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, arrow. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 and arrow. Okay. Now we have to do what? We have to cover 2 steps. We have to cover 2 steps. And how many times? 3 times. And we have to start with what? 0 only. So we will start from 0. And how many steps we have to count? 2 steps. How many times? 3 times. So first of all, two steps from 0. So from here 1 step, 2 step here. So first time, and how many times you have to take? 3 times. So first time, so from here again 2 steps. So 1, 2. So again 2 times, and we have to take what? 3 times. So from here again 2 steps. 1, 2. So here. Okay. So now we have reached where? Again 6. So that means 3 times 2 will be also 6. And you can represent 2 multiply 3 by the both ways. Both are the correct. And whenever you have done first step, first time, second time, so it is not compulsory to show all the steps. Okay, you can write it as this one. We have represented what? We have represented 3 steps 2 times, and here 2, 3, and here 2 steps 3 times. First time, second time, 3 times. Okay, here first time 2 times. So 2 times, and 3 steps means 1, 2, 3 steps, and here 3 times means 1, 2, 3 times, and 2 steps means 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 steps we have taken. So 2 multiply 3. That means if you are having both of the integers are positive integer, then you can do by this way also, by this way also. Both are the correct way. Okay. Now you will pause the video to note it down. Then we will take a positive integer and negative integer. Okay. So pause the video to note it down. Now we have taken what? One positive integer and one negative integer. So this thing also we can write it as how? 2 times minus 3. And that means minus means which side you have to go? Left side. So draw the number line first. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, arrow. Okay. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8 and arrow. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to do 2 times minus 3. That means minus 3 means minus means which side? We have to go left side. And how many steps? 3 steps. 3 steps on left side. 3 steps in left side. Okay. Left side, why? Because it is having a minus sign. And how many times you have to go? 2 times. So we have to start with where? We have to start with only 0. So from 0 we have to come left side. How many steps? 3 steps. And how many times you have to come? 2 times. So from here left side count 3 steps. So 1, 2, 3. So from 0 we have come where? Minus 3. 3 steps. So 1, 2, 3 steps. Okay. Now we have reached where? Minus 3. And how many times you have to come? 2 times. So we have come here only 1 time. So again we have to come. How many steps? 3 steps in left side also. So from here 3 steps. So 1, 2 and 3. So here we have to come. So again here. And now we have reached where? Minus 6. So that means what? That means what? 2 multiply minus 3 is equals to what? Minus 6. Okay. Now suppose you are having minus 3 into 2, then what have to do? Okay, whenever you are having this type of things, that the first number is negative and the second integer is positive. Here first integer positive, so we can tell 2 times the minus 3, no problem. But here if we will do like this, minus 3 times 2, then minus 3 times means we cannot represent minus 3 times, because we can tell 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but we cannot tell minus 1 time. Minus 1 time means what? Nothing. So in this case also, what you have to do? You have to do 2 times minus 3. Here in this case also, whenever you will have the first integer is negative and second integer is positive, so you have to change it. That change it in which way? You have to take whenever this is the positive integer you have to take in first. That means positive integer times negative integer, and here same thing you have to do as you have done here. Okay, now my question is, whenever you will have both of the negative integer, then whenever we will have the positive integer first, so easily we can tell. Whenever we will have negative integer first, so easily we can change it. Because how we can change it? Because 2 into 3 is equals to what? 6, and 3 into 2 is equals to what? Also 6. And this is which property? This is closure property. Closure property. And also we can tell this is the commutative property. Commutative property what? 3 into 2 is equals to 2 into 3. A into B is equals to B into A. Commutative property. So that we can write this thing as this. Okay. Now whenever you will have both of the negative integer, then what we can do? In this case we can write it as like this. Can we write it as? So this thing we can do 2 times. We have to take negative side. But here minus 3 times. So minus 3 times it does not exist. Minus 3 times does not exist. So what have to do? Whenever you will have this type of 2 negative integer, then in this case what have to do? You have to do like this. First of all, what you can do here? Minus 3 you can write it as 1 in minus 1 into 3. That means minus 1 into 3 what? Minus 3. Multiply this, multiply. Minus 2 also you can write it as minus 1 into 2. Okay. Minus 3 we have written what? Minus 1 into 3. That means 3 1 is 3 and minus. So minus 3. And here also this multiply, and minus 2 we have written as minus 1 into 2. That means what? 2 1s are 2 and minus means minus 2. Minus 2, correct. Now what I have to do? Now minus 1 into minus 1. So minus into minus equals to what? Plus. So plus means plus 1. Minus into minus. Now do multiply this two number first. So minus into minus equals to what? Plus. So 1 1 ja 1. Multiply 3, multiply 2. And this thing we can write it as 3 into 2. This thing, that means 3 1 ja 3. Suppose if we multiply anything with 1, we will get the same thing. We are multiplying 3 into 2 with 1, so that we are getting same thing 3 into 2. Now this 3 into 2 you have to show on the number line, as you have done in question number 1, that 0. That means this thing we can represent it as 3 times 2 or 2 times 3. That means same way, 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, 7, and here also minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4. Okay, suppose we are doing this 3 times 2, so 1 2 3. So no, we are doing 3 times 2. That means 2 steps we have to take. 1 2. And how many times? 3 times. 1 2, and then 1 2, 3 times. Okay, so this represent what? This represent 3 times 2. And if we'll multiply these two integers, then minus into minus what? Plus, and 3 to just 6. That means what? Only 6. So you are getting what here? Only 6. Okay, so whenever we will have both of the integer negative, so in that case we have to do like this. Otherwise, whenever we will have one negative integer, then we can do like this way. Okay, and whenever we will have negative integer in the first position, then we can change it like this. That means minus 3 into 2, then we can write it as 2 times minus 3. Then 2 times minus 3 means this thing, same thing we have to do. Okay, so these are the process to multiply the integers using number line. Okay, and in next video we will know absolute value of integer or the modulus value of integer. Okay, so pause the video to note it down, and thank you for watching my video.